Center 3151. Welcome Center 3151.
From the Welcome Center.
Thank you, sir. Glad to be here.
Good morning. It is June 2nd and we are frozen already. Alright, the video is off to a not so good start. Let's try again. Well, welcome anyway. Welcome to our June 2nd edition of our Q&A. We do this every Tuesday at noon Central. We also go live on our Facebook channel as well, and that is usually on Monday at noon or at Monday at 4 p.m. Central Time. So yes, Anna, I love the video too. Thank you to Katie who took the time to go and get me a little video to work with here. So we're going to talk about our Welcome Center, which you just saw our short little video about the Welcome Center and what it's all about. Really, it's been a building that we've been using for several years now, but instead of the Decker, like the security, the night ops type thing, it's now moving or been transitioned into our Welcome Center. So we've got Chase and Alexa there. They're manning it. You'll see their bright and smiley faces when you come in. Let us know, your truck number, what you're coming in, if you've got a load on you, if you're loaded, if you're bobtailing, and as you come in. And then between Chase and Alexa, they will go ahead and let operations know. They'll let safety, HR, the shop, maintenance or whatever, or whoever it is that needs to know that you're there in order to help, if you've got a routine maintenance that needs to be being taken care of, or if you have something else that needs to be taken care of, they can go ahead and do that while you're there at the shop instead of trying to schedule something at another time, chasing you around, you chasing them around. It's just, filling the gap of communication and keeping everything running smoothly for you. Hi, Michael. Michael is asking if there are any positions out of Chicago. If you're looking for a local, we currently don't have anything local out of Chicago, but we do have out of there. We've got them in our guaranteed pay for our flatbed division that runs our Midwest guaranteed pay flatbed. Gets you home like Friday night, Saturday morning, and then you leave back out either Sunday night or Monday morning, usually for an early Monday morning delivery. So that one there is $1,350 a week, $1,350 a week for guaranteed pay. And then we have our Midwest refrigerated division as well. Also, the guaranteed pay $1,250 a week for that one, $1,250. And that one will get you home, same type of time period, where you're coming in on a Friday night, Saturday morning, and leaving back out for Monday morning. So that's refrigerated versus flatbed. We also have a van division that runs in there. It's not guaranteed pay, but you can get a little bit more miles there, higher miles. And that one pays anywhere from 43 to 50 cents a mile, depending on your experience. Great home time, you're running a lot 80 on that one. So for our Midwest van division, if you live anywhere from Lincoln, Nebraska to Gary, Indiana, you're sitting pretty with the home time coming in, on a weekly basis. So let me just double check there. You've put your zip code in there for us. You guys, as always, if you're asking about a certain area, city and state is fine. Michael went ahead and put the Chicago in there. That's great. If you want to throw your zip code in, you can do that too. So either way, I'll look it up. But yeah, with Chicago, you're looking at Midwest van, you're looking at Midwest refrigerated, you've got the guarantee option. You've got Midwest flatbed with the guaranteed option as well. So a few options right now. We'll talk a little bit more about different opportunities here at Decker towards the end too. Don't save your questions though. If you have questions, put it in the chat. I'll stop what I'm saying and address those because I do think that it's important to get that information out to you right away so you can kind of follow along with that conversation. But we are going to talk about the Welcome Center. We'll talk about the Welcome Center and why that came about and how we want to utilize it. And then, of course, we want your input. So give me some of your input. Let me know what you think, if the communication is coming well, if you appreciate that Welcome Center and you want to see it utilized maybe in a different manner or add something, remove something, whatever. This is all the information that we want to get from you so that we can, make it more comfortable for you, make the transition comfortable for you. We're also going to talk about some of the civil unrest that is going on right now. Going across the nation, across the world, across the nation. I mean, there's all kinds of things going on right now. We've got the coronavirus, but now there's safety measures that are stacking up right now as well. And you got to remember, safety is first. So please, safety first. Don't even question it. Yes, Anna's right here along with me, helping me out. If you guys have any questions and you want to speak to a recruiter directly, instead of putting it here in the chat, you're welcome to do that as well. Or you can follow up the live video that we've got going on here. That you can follow it up with a call over to the recruiting department. Just call this number, 888-668-0698. And you can call them now. Anna's there, Tanya's there, Wyatt's there. We've got a few individuals there ready to answer your questions. Also, you can apply online at drivedecker.com. There you go. All right, let's dive in, shall we? To answer a couple of questions. Yesterday, we were asking about how you guys like to receive our safety messages. So our safety message, for all of you who don't know, safety messages this week is to check both your mirrors. You've got your convex mirror and your flat mirror. Most do at least. And we just ask that you make sure that you're checking both of them at all times so that you're not having any issues, keeping you safe. Basically, you need to make sure that you're aware of everything around you. It's critically safe. You must be critically safe. It's essential to make all these good decisions. It's your livelihood. Let's be honest. It's your livelihood, and you've got to take it seriously. So, in order to do so and making sure that you're well aware of your surroundings, use both type of your mirrors. You've got the bug eye or the fish eye look, the convex mirrors. You've got the flat mirrors as well. Most trucks on the road have both the flat and the convex mirrors. They're mounted on the sides of the cabs. So just check both of them to make sure that you're safe when you're backing, when you're changing lanes or turning. Very important. Don't underestimate how important that is. And as the mirror reminds you, get out and look every time you go to back. Get out and look. That's the goal. Well, you can't even see that really. On the top of that mirror, it does say GOAL. I'm not a professional cheerleader. I should not spell that out. Anyways, yes, absolutely. If you have any questions, let us know. For safety, I know that Eric had mentioned yesterday that he prefers the safety message to come over the TransFlow. We had it coming over the Qualcomm unit, and we'll continue to have it but with Eric's suggestion of the TransFlow, we're adding that as well. So we're taking care of that for you. Great suggestion. Keep them coming. Speaking of suggestions, squirrel again, but speaking of suggestions, if you have any, please go ahead and put them in the suggestion box at any of the terminals. So all of our terminals have suggestion boxes there. If you write it up, make a note, and put it in there, then we will know. We don't know what kind of things you guys need or changes that we should make or could make, suggestions obviously, that you might have if you don't provide them to us. So if you put them in the suggestion boxes, they'll get to the right person and we can start implementing some of those for you guys. those suggestion boxes have come in pretty handy. We've made quite a bit of changes with those, or because of those. We've got the dog policy we implemented about a year and a half ago, almost 2 years ago actually. And it is 2 years ago, now that I say that. We've got the new dog policy. We've got our smart drive system that's been implemented and made some changes for the extension on that. But quite a few for your safety and your convenience and everything. So, William, hello. Wish I 80 to get that 1250. William, where have you already checked? I was going to say, otherwise throw your zip code in. Let's double check to see if we can make that work. Usually, yes, along I-80 is the key. South of there is a little harder for us than north of there. But we'll elaborate too on that too, if you have questions. But yes, for the suggestion box, go ahead. Please leave your suggestions so that we know. Eric, great suggestion on the TransFlow for the safety apps. We will go ahead and continue to do that, or start to do that, and continue to do the Qualcomm unit as well. You'll also be seeing them on our Facebook page, which of course our other social media, which is the Instagram and LinkedIn and Twitter and all that good stuff. So, William, 52, whoops, where did I say that? 52501. Let me see where you're at. Oh, you know what? I should have known. That's the location that always comes up. Hey, Anna, did we get an okay on that one for, not for the guaranteed pay, but I want to say for the short haul position, we might have gotten an okay on that. Can you double check on that for me, Anna? If you would, our short haul position is flatbed, and that one actually, so I mean it's a totally different division for you, William, but that one guarantees $1,000 a week, and it gets you home multiple times a day, as well as on the weekends. So Anna says we have, so just the Midwest refrigerated, which is home weekly, Midwest flatbed that is home weekly, and of course over the road options for both of them. I was thinking we got an okay on the short haul, so my bad. I see it all the time. I can never say it though. Ottawa? I always say it wrong. Nope, no permission yet. All right, dang nabbit. Bummer. The Welcome Center. Yep. Welcome Center is basically being utilized as a filling the gap for the communication. So when you're coming in, we can let everybody know that you're coming in, and we can take care of everything all at once instead of having you sit there and wait, and then as you're leaving find out that you need something else. We're gonna let those who need to know so that there's everything's taken care of all at once. So we've got Chase and Alexa that are taking care of that for you. Every once in a while they hand out some goodies to go along with it. We saw them handing out, I think it was, I was going to say fruit snacks, but that's not it. I think it was a trail mix of some sort, and waters. Sometimes it's dog treats. We do have a dog policy that we allow 55 pounds or less, one dog. And so we've got the dog policy. And sometimes they're handing out treats. Sometimes it's snacks or lunches or things like that. So keep your eyes peeled if you're going through. Greet them with a smile. Say hi to them, and they'll keep everybody up to date on what's going on. This way we can talk to the shop, let them know that you're here. You're not sitting and waiting as long. We're able to get you in, get you out, taken care of. If you need to get a hotel or a motel room here at our Decker terminal, we've got I think we've got 4 rooms here at the motel that they can assign you one. Also, there's a pool table in there. We've upgraded some things there, flooring and walls and things like that, so that it's a little bit more privacy, TV, to just make it a little more comfortable while you're waiting for, if it be maintenance or whatever else you might be waiting for. So we've got that set up. That's separate. The motel is different than the Welcome Center. It's on the other side of the terminal or location here in Fort Dodge. So that's all taken care of and available to you. If you need a driver vehicle needs to be signed out to you, you have that option. The Welcome Center can line that up for you as well. They'll remind you of the safety message, so as you're going through, and if they're handing you a treat of some sort or water, snack, whatever, maybe it's just a wave, but they'll usually let you know what the safety message is, remind you what the safety message is for the day as well. Talk to your fleet managers, any office staff that need to know. So that's what the Welcome Center is all about. If you guys have any questions, let me know. We're frozen again. Let me know, but you do have access to that.
Welcome Center 3151.
When you come on in. See, there's our term. This is a Ford Dodge terminal that you guys are seeing right now. And as you're coming in, right there, that Welcome Center. You go underneath there. There we go. Excuse me. And then they'll let you know where you should be going first. There's Chase.
Sir, glad to be here.
And there's Alexa. There we go. Everybody's there. So yeah, that's our Welcome Center. We'll just as a reminder that it's available to you. Any other information that you've sent through the Welcome Center as you're coming in or relayed through, so let us know. That again, this is always very helpful for us. Okay. All right, now I do want to address all of this chaos that's going on right now here in the U.S. Yeah, I'm going to read to you actually an email that went out. Tammy had sent out an email yesterday about the civil unrest is really the best way to describe it. The riots, the protesters, and everything that's going on. You guys, I can't stress enough how important it is that you guys are safe. That we put safety first above all of it, which means that's you. You are not replaceable. We know this. The cargo, the trucks, that's one thing, but you and your lives, that's a whole nother thing. So I just ask that you always remember that you are more important than everything else that we're seeing. So please, 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 please be safe. Okay, so Anna's got us going here in the chat. This is hard for me to talk about, to be honest with you, because I just can't believe it's even happening. We know the riots and the protests, they're going all around all over the country right now, usually more often in more of the metropolitan areas, so the larger areas is where we're seeing most of it. But we definitely have some suggestions to ensure your safety up front. It's foremost, it's ridiculously important. I mean, absolutely a priority to keep you guys safe. First off, avoidance is most important. Avoidance is key. We don't even want you to put yourselves in that position. If you feel like you are, that you're going into an area that is unsafe, let your driver manager know, let your fleet manager know, somebody in operations, but just avoid it. Avoid it. Many protests and their riots, usually you can see them ahead of time. They're predictable, they're planned. Even some of them we were seeing posters that were all over suggesting that, reaching out to people to protest and stuff. So they're advertised that these things are happening, and they're also identifying what to bring. And they are bringing weapons. So it's super important that you guys put yourself in a safe position and avoid any of that if possible. When you're coming up on masses of people, protesters, a riot, they'll be blocking the roadways. They could be blocking them physically with their bodies, or they could even bring, a lot of them are taking vehicles, stealing vehicles and abandoning them on the roadways to create these blockades. So if you see them, stop. Don't go any further. Do whatever is necessary to change the direction and get out of the area. Whatever is necessary, get out. If you're alert, if you're looking in advance, you'll be able to see the masses of people further back, from a far distance, basically, and just act before you're surrounded. So avoid it at all costs. Avoid it. Lock your doors. Turn your ventilation off, and then give your window a crack, unroll it for about a half inch or so. It's interesting that if your windows are rolled down half an inch or so, it's harder to break them. And if you turn your ventilation system off, then if they've got any, if they've thrown any tear gas or smoke bombs or anything like that, it's not as likely to get into the truck and circulate as quickly. Yes, you've got your windows down just a half an inch, but it's not blowing that out on you. So ventilation system off, your windows cracked a half inch, and lock those doors. Lock that passenger door, lock your door. We don't want them getting in. We don't want them having a chance to drag you out. Just avoid and stay safe. You may not have a lot of time to do it, but make sure that you can crack that off, turn that ventilation system off and everything. Any suggestions? Put it in the chat. Let's make sure that we've got everybody looking out. Speaking of suggestions, before I move forward, if you are not already part of our Facebook group, our Facebook page, of course, is facebook.com/DTL Inc. Make sure you're following us on that. But if you are currently one of our professional drivers here at Decker, I am asking you now, please do reach out to us on our Facebook group or in our Facebook group, facebook.com/groups. Truck driver support is the web link or the group name. It's important that you guys reach out to us because we've got a whole bunch of drivers that are just keeping everybody updated through that group and letting you know where there are issues, where there are not, more so where there are issues right now, what to look out for, what to beware of. And last week there were people that were throwing bricks and rocks on overpasses. You've got to be aware of those. You've got to look to see getting hit by a brick coming or driving through an overpass. You guys, again, safety is first. Your safety, you as an individual, is more important. So be aware of those. Look ahead. Keep your eyes up. Be alert. Make sure you're getting plenty of sleep in a safe area so that you can be well alert when you're driving. But that Facebook group, my point is, if you're part of that, you'll be notified quicker because Facebook is more likely to let everybody in the group know about everything. If you also check out the Facebook page, we'll keep you up to date there, but you'll be notified when a post goes out on our Facebook group. So that's why I think it's very important. Okay, so besides avoidance and besides locking the doors and turning the ventilation system off and rolling down the window, make sure that your seatbelt, you're wearing your seatbelt at all times except if you're under attack. If the road is blocked, remove your seatbelt prior to being attacked. And the reason we say that is you need to be prepared to exit the vehicle, to get out quickly and to make a speedy escape, just a quick escape. If your truck is under fire or if it's overturned, you need to be able to get out safely. And your odds are better in a crowd than it would be in the truck where they're trying to disable the truck, they're trying to drag you out. We don't want you trapped inside or anything like that, especially, like I said, especially if it's under fire. So your seatbelt, know when to have that unbuckled and try to have it unbuckled quickly if you're under attack. It's the only time we're going to tell you to unbuckle your seatbelt because, yes, seatbelts are important to keep you safe going down the road. But, when the instances change and you're under fire or something or you're overturned, you got to be able to react. And be aware of any other forms of roadblocks. I talked about the individuals, the protesters, the riots, just physical into being in the streets and blocking the roads. People are blocking the roads themselves, but you're also seeing a lot of vehicles that are abandoned all over the road. It's going to prevent the law enforcement to get to you if they've blocked you off from everything else. It's going to prevent the law enforcement to come and help you. It's also going to it's just flat out going to cause you problems. We don't want to see this is ridiculous. I don't want to see car bombs. I don't want to see tear gas. I don't want to see smoke. I don't want to see fires in any of it. I know this sounds so unreal in a lot of this, but please, you guys, be safe. Your recording devices, those can save you. Make sure that those recording devices are on. We are very thankful for our smart drive right now in keeping everybody safe. The information is recorded, and the law enforcement, they can use that if anything goes astray. Of course, insurance purposes as well, but the law enforcement can use that to help. And please keep operations updated with anything. We'll be monitoring the DOT notifications. We'll be staying on track of anything with highway or road closures and making sure that you guys are notified as soon as possible. But like I said, check out our Facebook page. We'll be sending Qualcomm messages and as well to keep you updated. Probably maybe even on the Transflow app. We'll see if we can do that as well. We're staying in contact with Brendan Novell, the Iowa Motor Truck Association, and they're basically guiding us and helping us to keep you guys informed. They're monitoring a lot of the instances of violence and confirming certain locations. Speaking of confirming certain locations, if you are in a specific area, and like I said, get on the Facebook group and let everybody know, but if you are in a certain area, let your driver managers know, let somebody in safety know. Either one, that'll work, but that way we can communicate to the Iowa Motor Truck Association, Iowa DOT, and let them know where the confirmed location is. It doesn't have to be in Iowa. Of course, I'm talking about, we used Minneapolis earlier as an example, Minneapolis, Oregon, a lot of these metropolitan areas, Chicago. When you're seeing them, let us know the confirmed location so that we can let Iowa DOT know, and then they can notify additional law enforcement and other trucks that might be going through. Anna, good point. Omnitrax on the Qualcomm. Also with your Transflow app, I don't have my phone, the Transflow app on your phone, you can put an incident report in there. So you can do those incidents reports and share that information. That's right, Omnitrax app. If it's missing inaccurate signs, excellent information. Thank you, Anna. Thank you. So, safety first. Do not forget, make sure that you're putting that as a priority, your safety first. Okay? Thanks, you guys. I know this is a very serious topic that we're talking about, and I know that COVID has been the top conversation for the last several months here, not only here at Decker, but across the nation. And now to have another safety issue, really, to have another safety issue out there and taking a top priority over everything. I'm so thankful that you guys are available to get the information and to get these updates, and we are very thankful for everything that you guys are doing, but we really do want to make sure that you're safe out there. Okay. A little more serious than we all expected, I'm sure. So moving into some of the different positions that we have available, I know I had brought that up earlier. Some of you guys have already been asking. If you do want to talk to a recruiter directly, you can of course call this number, this one right here, 888-668-0698, and you can talk to a recruiter directly. You can apply online at drivedecker.com and fill out an application there as well. Okay. I wanted to talk about the Midwest van division because that's been a very common topic here lately. We've had a lot of individuals looking at that Midwest van opportunity. Yes, it's consistent, which is fantastic when it comes to freight. I know everybody's looking for consistency. So yes, that Midwest van is a consistent position. If you're anywhere between Lincoln, Nebraska and Gary, Indiana along I-80, that's a solid route for it. Absolutely solid. It is not the only position or only area that we hire for this position. However, it does offer home weekly, so home time on a weekly basis. If you are in the Southeast and you're interested in a van position, we do have a few positions available out of there as well. So that one, the southern areas, southern states that we're hiring out of, southern locations, I guess, because they're not all the states, then those are all home every 2 weeks. So if you're in Hartwell, Georgia, Anderson, South Carolina, Athens, Georgia, Greenville, South Carolina, Atlanta, Georgia, those are all areas that we can get you home every 2 weeks. Also every 2 weeks is St. Joe, Missouri and Minneapolis, Minnesota. So those are all dry van options. The dry van is a semi-dedicated position. So what that means to you is that the original the origin of the load itself is usually along I-80, Lincoln, Lamar's, those are usually originating along I-80 there. It's pet products coming out from the plants and then they're being distributed, so to multiple locations. Now, on the initial side, yes, some of it is live loading, a lot of it is drop and hook, but on the back end, when you're delivering it, then the receiver is usually a live unload for the most part. And then when you're picking up a return load or a backhaul, those are normally live unloads as well. It does depend on where you live, on what you're going to see for a live unload. And again, the backhauls are not the same customer as the original, and that's why it's semi-dedicated, is because yes, they're all customer contracted, so which is fantastic for our drivers because then they know they have that consistency anyway. Most of our freight is anyway. But with the dry van, it's one initial customer on the front end, and then the backhaul is usually a variety of customers. All dry van, obviously, that we're getting you back home as well and getting you the miles. The pay itself is anywhere from 43 to 50 cents a mile. We do require 1 year of tractor trailer experience for the position. It has a $2,500 bonus that you get on your 1 year anniversary. We require that you run a minimum of 110,000 miles within your 1 year to get that bonus. That bonus pays all at once on your 1 year, and the only requirement is, I guess it's two requirements. You got to be here a year in order to qualify for the 110,000. And making sure that you run those miles. Qualifications, besides the 1 year of tractor trailer experience that you need to have, no major moving violations, no DOT recordable accidents or incidents, nothing like that within the last 3 years, and that's what's going to keep you qualified for the position. So your experience of 1 year, clean driving record for the most part, and good work history. We're looking for a stable work history. We know that turnover is clearly not ideal, and it's much better to invest in the individuals that you have. So we are looking for somebody to come on for long haul. We've got great bonus systems. Even if you're looking at, sorry, I just was thinking, Dean just reminded me that Dean Sosek, he's mentioned yesterday that our bonus for the driver of the month, that's one of our bonuses that we've got. But he mentioned that, we've got some top drivers that are going to be gone in the month of June. So that's the month. This is the month that a lot of you can qualify for the driver of the month. In some of the different divisions, when, your competition isn't as heavy. So I get a kick out of that. But the driver of the month opens up a lot of opportunity. So not only do you get a $100 Visa gift card, a $100 gift card to Walmart, but you get a $50 gift card to the Decker store. Nominees, they actually get $50 gift card to Walmart and a gift from the Decker store. But in addition to the title of Driver of the Month, you have the opportunity to get Driver of the Year from the Driver of the Month status. And then once you get driver of the year, you have a $3,000 bonus that you get. One lump sum paid out. And if you get driver of the year, so it's kind of like steps. Driver of the month, driver of the year, and then we have grand champion. So we choose a grand champion from all of the divisions that are entered in for the driver of the year. The grand champion wins $15,000, one lump sum cash, and that's usually, this year it was awarded in March, and it's usually awarded March, April time frame. So within the first quarter. But anyways, the big bonus systems. We also have a Smart Drive bonus, which is a penny per mile on all the miles that you ran last month or the month prior. We have the scorecard bonus, which is an extra 4 cents a mile for the company drivers, 3 cents a mile for our owner operators and lease purchase drivers. And again, that's all paid out for the month previous that you ran. Speaking of the payrolls and the month previous, if you're on a load that ran, this is like in regards to the bonus for the most part. If you were on a load that started on, say, May 28th and it delivered on June 1st or June 2nd, so it delivered on within June, then all of those miles for that load are going to go towards June, not May, because it's on the delivery date that those miles go for. Does that make sense? I'm hoping that makes sense to everybody. But the reason I'm telling you that is so that you know what miles will be getting that bonus each month. So anything that was delivered within the month of May will be paid, that mileage will be paid for the bonus for June. Cool? Usually the third pay period of the month, which is I think around the 15th or so. Okay, so that's how the bonuses work. You have the opportunity to make a full 5 cents a mile as a company driver, a full 4 cents a mile as an owner operator or lease purchase driver for the monthly bonuses between the scorecard and the Smart Drive bonus. Not too shabby. So I think Dean was saying that it was about an extra $5,000 or so for him a year. Plus we have the referral bonuses. Holy smokes, that one's a big bonus. The referral bonus can be anywhere from $1,500 to $2,500 per driver, depending on how many people you refer. And so, I mean, Jesse made over $11,000 last year. And Torres, he was our top referrer, there we go, for 2019. And so he got $2,500 per driver. Well, let's see, he didn't quite make the $2,500 yet. He was at the $2,000 per driver at that point. And then he got the $2,500 for being the top referrer of the year. If you guys are wondering what your status is, you can actually go to drivedecker.com and look up to see who has referred lately and you know what your ranking is. I should show it to you. Let's do that. Let's go to drivedecker.com. drivedecker.com. All right. Oh, helps if I can type. There we go. So let's show this off. This is our screen here. There you go, drivedecker.com. Now you can see it. So if you scroll down here and click on the referral bonus, you'll be able to see all the different incentives. Let's screw this up a bit. That's kind of hard to see, isn't it? Here we go. All the money that you can earn will pop up here and give you the breakdown. You've got the different incentives. So in addition to the money that you can earn, you can actually incentives. You've got free t-shirt, Sirius XM after 2 referrals, business cards after 3. Those business cards, by the way, make life easy. The referral jacket after 5. Lots of good prizes. We have quarterly bonuses. July 1st, we'll have our second quarterly bonus, which gives you the opportunity to choose between a laptop or a tablet or the equivalent, $750 in cash. So lots of prizes. And then of course the grand prize, which I mentioned, was $2,500 as well. But if you're looking for wanting to know what your ranking and stuff is, you can actually go to the referral program, and if you just scroll down here, you'll get to see how many people or who it is that referred how many. Andrew's in the lead. He's got 3. So, yeah, there you go. Oh, here's a picture of Jesse Torres and his, see if I can get it over to here. There you go. His earnings. So, yep, chance to win. So that is the referral program if you guys are interested in that as well. Did I miss any of these questions that are coming in? All right. Well, as a reminder, if you have any other questions, then please reach out to the recruiting department at 888-668-0698, and you can apply online at drivedecker.com. Also, every week we do a Hero of the Week. And this week is Patrice. Patrice is, I think you guys might already know that, but please take the moment to honor Patrice and wish and congratulate him on the Hero of the Week. That'd be great. All right, you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. I will look forward to seeing you next week here noon Central and on our Facebook page on Monday at 4 p.m. Central.
Welcome Center 3151.